Whether you're a Christian or not, I think that we can all agree that Jesus said some pretty important stuff while he was on earth. But you know what? A lot of his teachings are a hard pill to swallow. Like, I'm just trying to live a safe and comfortable 21st century existence, but most of what he said conflicts with it. Loving others unconditionally, least and greatest? I mean, it sounds good and it's nice and all, but it's just not very realistic in this day and age. So maybe those ideas worked while he was on earth, but now, well, we're gonna have to amend some of what he said so that it fits into our modern lives. Love your neighbor as much as your neighbor loves you. Loving your neighbor unconditionally is as out of style as what would Jesus do bracelets. And there's a simple reason. Most people are really annoying. You can't just love people unconditionally. It's impossible and quite frankly, a little unfair. I mean, how are you supposed to love this neighbor? Dude, you're gonna have to comment down next door when it's late at night. I try and get some sleep.
Dude, why don't you just come to our parties?
Because I have a job, I need to sleep, and your parties sound really rambunctious.
Dude, that's because we're drunk!
Okay, man, if you do not calm down, I'm gonna call the cops on you. I'm tired of your antics!
Well, then why didn't you ever say anything? I hate you!
Do unto others as they deserve. We can pretend that the golden rule is something that everybody tries to live by, but come on, people! Nobody does it! And nobody's going to do it. It's just time to face facts. I mean, if somebody says something mean behind my back, well, I'm gonna go say something mean behind their back. If you bomb my country, well, I'm gonna blow up your country. And if you disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you! And there is no way to stop that cycle. You can't just stop returning an eye for an eye. It's a sign of weakness. Excuse me?
I'm sorry?
That was my spot in line. You cut the line!
I'm really sorry. I didn't see you there.
In the back of the line, sir. Thank you. Looks like I put you in your place, you horrible person. Now I feel better. Love your enemies. Unless they're trying to kill you. Jesus said love your enemies, but I think that we can all agree that that didn't work out very well for Jesus, now did it? So it needs a little added something to make it a little more realistic. So let's just be honest about the fact that we care more about safety and security than we do about loving our enemies. I mean, think about the power that would give them if we didn't. If I'm loving people that are actively trying to kill me, well, what are my options? Basically, all I can do at that point is rely on a power greater than myself to protect me. So only love your enemies who don't pose a threat to you. Sure, the ones trying to harm people might be the ones that need love the most, but what are you gonna do? Worry about your life. This is the only one that's the complete opposite of what Jesus actually said because, quite frankly, Jesus didn't have to deal with nuclear weapons, collapsing economies, or the moral decline of our Christian nation. Do not worry about your life because you have it good compared to the people in 2,000 years. That's when stuff really starts to go crazy. I don't even think I could handle it. Love the Lord your God as much as is comfortable without altering your day-to-day life. Everyone likes to talk a big game about how they love God, but I mean, come on, how many of us actually mean it? If you really love God, your life has to completely change. And most people just don't have time for that. So just go to church, pray before meals, pretend you read your Bible, and just act like that's enough. Life is a lot busier now than it was back in Jesus' day. Besides, it's not even really all that appealing to delve into some of the stuff that Jesus taught because honestly, a lot of it is scary and unsafe. And you can't just love God because then you'd actually have to think about the possibility of changing your life. Changing my life? What would that even mean? What does it look like? What would happen if that... Oh goody, new notifications! I gotta go take these. See you guys.